What's up, Hippo lovers? Round of 6 here in the loser bracket. Vinchster against Barles. A very close matchup if we take a look at the ratings over here. And yeah, I'm curious who will win this best of 7. Yesterday we had Stark advancing and yeah, still in the winner bracket, remaining Fire and Doubt playing on Tuesday, as you all know. Kind of weird build orders here for the Fortress Mongol game. We are jumping into it. I'll let it go for some seconds, but I always know that you don't mind, so sweet stuff. And well, we will have TaToH playing the Mongols here in the blue trunks, and since it's a Mongols mirror with Vinchster over here, and he is playing in red. Kind of interesting to see how they will approach this. Lots of villagers on gold, and Barles, he played it pop 20 and added 4 more villagers. Kind of weird to me. And well, let's compare overall gained resources. We see quite some more here for Vinchster already, 160 more. And what is this villager trying to do? Okay. Well, why is he walling off that area? Interesting. Okay. Well, that feels weird. Monk is, the king is there, yeah, that makes a bit of sense, but still, it's not really a super vulnerable area. Maybe we'll get something done there. Uh-oh, one scout, 25 HP, his own scout is at home, and he is, oof, not with the fastest rates, no, but in time. Scout of Vinchster went around a bit there, could have maybe gotten a kill, and he needs 5 hits, I believe, against a villager without loom. So this is the time where I ask you for your predictions here. As we saw earlier, the ratings are very close, both around the 2.3k mark. And well, best of 7. I personally think Vinchster should be the pretty good favorite here. I'm expecting a 4-1 for Vinchster. I have to remember though, Barles, kind of surprising win in the last round against ACCM there. Taking the 3-2 against him, and oh, that was a full volley against that poor scout. Vinchster 4-0, 4-1. Yeah. Be too surprising, right? Not an extra TC here, and full Mangodai aggression from Barles for now. Well, now he's adding 1 TC. And even has fletching. On the other side, we'll see some Mangodais as well. And a monastery from Vinchster at 1 TC himself. 4-3 for Barles. Okay. 4-1 Vinchster. Okay. So we have seen very different approaches yesterday. The Stark against Liereyy game. Stark full out aggression with Botkin arrow and just mass Mangodais, and Liereyy with a very good map, adding 3 TCs there. Let's just go for the big boom. Stark in the end had all the relic control, or at least 4-1, but was heavily behind in villagers, couldn't really do too much with those Mangodais. Well, till there was a small hole. Yeah, it's snowing in Germany, indeed. First revenge kill here, 1 scout going down, 1 monk going down, Barles camping that hill, and well, I'm curious how they're playing this out. While uploading videos to YouTube, can you break into game 1 to etc. instead of 1 big video? No. People actually told me after I broke them down in single videos that that's just horrible for them. What's the benefit of breaking them down into the games? Then you always know how long the game will take, right? So it kind of spoilers the length of the game. and then I needed to upload files that are like game 6, game 7 that have 0 content and just empty files. I did that once and well, one of my most downvoted videos. The anti-spoiler stuff is so useless, is it? I got a lot of rant that I need to do it, and a lot of compliments that I'm doing it. I don't really know. Maybe I should ask a bit around, but well, I cannot really ask Twitch, and I don't really see the casual YouTube viewer. To be more precise, what's the benefit of making it single games? Cyan main. The way you do it now is fine. Well, fine or the best possible solution? Kind of a difference. Okay, potentially first engagement, Barles with the +2 attack, Vinchster only with +1, and Barles is getting 2 kills here. Vinchster tries to split away, but cannot really run. To pick and watch a game? Well, you can still pick and watch a game. If you have the whole series, right? And I kind of need to upload 7 games per day then, or 5 games per day, which is just a massive flood of spam for everyone who has notification on. Like Nili uploaded game number 1, Nili uploaded game number 2, Nili uploaded game number 3. So people would just, yeah, probably turn notifications off. Never mind, it's okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I put a lot of thought into it, but maybe I, well, missed something. Not unlikely, because different people have different approaches. It's so weird. For example, at one spot, like the first time ever, T90 uploaded 1 series in a whole part, and I uploaded it in like 5 parts. And people spammed me, or not spammed me, but people on YouTube said, like, Nili, why are you uploading it in 5 different parts? Now you upload in 1 part. And, well, that was the best of 21 that he casted, and I casted the whole best of 37, and I just felt like 14-hour VOD would be too long. The 7-hour VOD for T90 was obviously something different. So, yeah, it is tricky. I don't really know what the best version is. The best option. Barles 4 villages ahead, nice military lead. Will probably get 3 relics. And might be up to Imp a bit earlier. I'm not sure about that. Both heavily on stone already. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to encourage you guys, if you ever have any feedback regarding how I could improve your experience, how I'm formatting videos, uploading times, uploading format, don't shy away. It's much appreciated, and I ignore a lot, but I also think about quite a lot. Okay, got a villager snack here. The castle should be fine though. Castle number 2, obviously the first one to build. Indeed, the top 14 rated players that wanted to play this qualifier were allowed to play this one, and Barles had 2.3k. So he just got in this one. Stop doing the hype song. Okay, thanks for your feedback. That's not going to happen. Barles now goes for a lot of upgrades. His timing will be way later. Kind of need to castle at the front. How old is Barles? Kind of young, I'd say like 22, 23. Is he a new player? Well, somewhat. You're probably not really active on AoE zone. He's quite active there. And well, he played some 1,000 games, so. Never has been a top 20 player, never was in a big team. But he has been around for quite some time and somewhat active in the community. Yeah, Vinch is super young. Could maybe share a room with Liereyy. Can play with the Playmobil or Legos in between series. Okay, now Vinchster suddenly with the better numbers here. But 10 villagers behind, can get some kills. Barles maybe wanted to take a fight, but seems like he's just trying to start a step micro. That didn't work out too well for him, and suddenly KD way better for Vinchster. Wasn't like 6-1 before that? Look at that! Vinchster didn't lose a single Mango Die and killed 4, 10, 11 or something. That was just horrible. And that was a lot of his advantage completely gone. Maybe just a straight up fight could have been the better option. Loom now for Vinchster, timing for Barles a bit later. That really had to hurt. And Vinch, he kind of is expecting something juicy to be behind that area. Because why would you have a wall? There was nothing. But actually, we'll just run into a tower. Could actually go for the tower and snap the king? Not really. Oh, this is Spysec. That's just very different to how I approach. For me, it's a huge difference if I know the winner or not. And yeah, for some as well. There was a lot of like discussion about that. Okay, so 12 more villagers for Barles. Better eco for him. He just needs to buy himself some more time. Has the hill advantage. 5 less villagers. 5 less army. Just needs to wait for Bracer. Maybe chemistry and then takes a fight with the hill. Monk is getting sniped here. And this shouldn't be too bad for Barles if he just can keep this alive for himself. Cast is now helping out with distance as well. Tries to micro back. Chemistry difference, still something, and Vinchster, he's just sniping one by one, while Harible is just patrolling in, still has the hill advantage. KD better and better for Vinchster. Game is not running too smoothly here, although there should be very little lag. Wow. Maybe there's a pause pretty soon. Kind of weird. Another defense upgrade for Barles. Let's take a look. We already have +4 for Vinchster. Barles with only +1 defense, so his hill advantage kind of neglected. Vinchster now even with the lead Mango Dice. Pairing with 6 villagers. Still uphill. Why is this game running so poorly? Kinda weird. Now the move out here. Nice denial by Barles. Took the very low HP one. How many people are already registered for the meetup? Like 90. And that's not spread the Rocket Beans community. Vinchster still doing a great job. Barles, he wants to camp that hill. Will lose that castle in the end. Is even giving up that hill. And too pattered for Barles. He's trying to make the go for the king. He will make the king snipe, guys. At least he will try to. He gives up that defense, goes for elite Mango Die. Those are around. If he only knew that that is open. Oh, the king is moving. The king moved to back spot. Vinchster, is he maybe aware of this? Now moves in, feels like okay, I got this castle down. Tries to move in against the villagers here. Now out of stone, or what is happening here? No, he just stopped repairing. That's all the villagers going down. Some Mangudai is losing their lives as well. Could have made a go in the meanwhile, while all that moved out to kill the 2 traps, and suddenly Vinchster would have lost all his Mangudais. Villager count pretty even now. Those 2 pettards still around. He could actually make the go for the king at the moment. Remember guys, regicide is on the menu here. So whoever loses his king loses the game. King in the back here. Other king in that tower. Should get spotted by all those villagers here. Tricky move. If Vinchester's king survives another, I'd say like 3-4 minutes, he won the game, has the hill control, is getting all the castles. That's completely out of the question here. Barles, he is completely dead. The only shot he has is the go for the king at the moment. Could maybe even run into the castle and then it's all over. The only chance for Barles is to have the right click here and just move in. Stream cheating could be a good option for him. Let's take a look. I need to take a look at the king here. And that move in. Is he moving out? Not for now. Mangudais are coming. Some movement here. Villagers are in there and the king is jumping into the castle. Will be fine. Barles is breaking in but won't do anything. Now should probably research spies. Does he have enough gold? Yes, he does. He's going in the back, wants to go for the tower, and that's just over. Nice try, I really love that. Want to see that way more often. Riyadh, I believe, won a very important game in the ZD Doubt Cup in China once. On Mayan's War, where Doubt was clearly winning. And Riyadh just got the king snipe and winning the, I believe, semifinals there. So, was a nice move for him, and I think absolutely a great way to still come back. This one was over quite quickly after all the Mangudais went down here in that area. Maybe he should have fought a bit more. Just losing 10, 11 Mangudais here without a single kill didn't really give him too many options. No idea why it was so laggy. In the end, Vinchster with a very low eco, but the better tech, and yeah, just masked at the right moment. Barles a bit out of position and just went to the top here instead of maybe trying to group up and get over here. Barles through this game. Did he really? Don't think so. It was just, well, one spot where he was out of position. And Vinchster taking the W for game number 1. Why no skirms when you know your opponent will only make Mangudais? Well, skirms have 0 mobility, cannot really kill any traps, are bad against hussars, and you can never really pressure. It's the problem with skirms, it's just a defending unit. You can never really dictate fights. And that's why Mangudais is kind of the go-to unit. But good question. For YouTube and everyone who just tuned in, we can take a look at the civilizations now. Vinchster on the left-hand side, Barles on the right-hand side. Still has Mayans, Indians, Magyars, Huns and Berbers. So strong civilization for him there. Chinese mirror incoming. Well, they can choose out of the remaining civilizations here. So, kind of unlikely. Kind of unlikely. Mayans could be a good map for coast to mountain. Might see maybe Magyars? Eldorado, Huns Prairie. No, Huns, Flooded Cross. Maybe Magyars Prairie. MMJW. Thanks. Tricky. Indians not that sick against the civs of Vinchster, I have to say. It's a bit tricky for Barles. Maybe he picks Indians for Eldorado now. Probably will face Celts. Tricky one. Italians could play on Coastal Mountain, contest the water. Could also be played on Flooded Cross and contest some water. Could be an interesting series for sure. 1 year already. Thanks. Barles had the hill bonus. Don't know why he didn't take a fight and go king sniping. Because he had normal mango dice against elite mango dice and had less defense upgrades. So he would have lost that fight anyways. I like the decision to go king sniping. He was just so heavily behind in upgrades. Did Vinch pick bad civs again? I wouldn't say so. Vinchster was online quite early today. Actually, I will try to convince Vinchster to play today against Stark. Maybe 20 GMT, 21 GMT. If that's fine for him. Why Max didn't sign up? You better ask him yourself. He didn't feel like that's his kind of tournament he wants to participate in. Is Vinch who picked Goth once? Yes, not only once. But yeah. Against Stark, yes, in the next game. I kind of want to finish before Christmas. Yeah, and Stark can only play 22 GMT during the week. Did Vinch just say going to win? Well, if Barles advances, they will just play tonight 19 GMT. That's already confirmed. Barles has time tonight. Nearly spoiled the rec result. Well, obviously the game's live. I'm not sure why you are so worried about the scheduling. Vinch offered any time on Monday or Tuesday. Not any time Monday or Tuesday. He offered 17 or 18 GMT. And Stark offered 22 GMT. So I'm still very worried about that. Anytime. Okay, well then 22 GMT. Well then it might be 22 GMT on Monday or Tuesday. He might have edited that one. Yeah, he edited that. Okay. Then I will force them to play Monday 22 GMT. Yeah, he edited. Yeah. 22 GMT is late for Europeans. Well, you have to think that Vinch is even GMT +2. So it's midnight for him tomorrow. So they will play tomorrow 22 GMT. I will do if Vinch advances. If Barles advances, they will just play 19 GMT today. And I would cast the records after Norway against Finland. But let's jump into game number 2 here. Lots of discussion, and Vinchster is playing Melee against the Indians of Barles. And did they switch host? Oh boy, why do I need to do this? Okay, let's change colors. Now Barles is blue again. Vinchster is our red player. Yeah. And let's work with that. Indians, pretty sweet here with a very fast food income with the fish. And Melee, well, more villagers, early uptime could be very good for a tower rush. So perhaps no German day tomorrow? Well, I will just do my normal 17 GMT German day and then switch into English at 22 GMT. Ooh, that was a close save. Didn't Barles draft Chinese? Yes, he did. But Chinese got banned. We have 7 drafted civs and 2 bans. D already pushed. Interesting. By Vinchster, who's now starting to scout. Already 2 deers pushed here for Barles, who has a lot of idols at the moment. Kind of weird moment. That villager is not too fortunate. Well, Vinchster could have maybe done some harassment here. Needs 9 hits to kill though. No Meso on this map? Well, we have 2 Mesos banned, right? And then there was only Mayans. Mayans might be a pretty good pick for Coast to Mountain. So, yeah. Indians are pretty strong. Melee potentially as well. Map number 1 was Regicide Fortress. This map is indeed called El Dorado. And horrible, that looks like scouts to me. And Vinchster just taking some HP off that scout. Quite an easy move for him. And yeah, that close to the TC, you don't really want to fight with your scout against villagers. They will never lose, the villager will always get home and you will just lose HP. What we can see here, 12 HP gone, something he won't really get back. You guys all know that we're fighting for the center area. Unfortunately, Barles didn't find his 2 sheep here. He's playing a pop 19 against Vinchester's pop 22, and again he is taking the fight against those villagers. Okay, now he's at the right side at least. And is not getting the kill either, and now he lost 42 HP on his scout without a kill. That's just... yeah, bad. That's just bad, guys. No way around it. We now have scouts from our Indian player, kind of what we expected. Man-at-arm aggression from Vinchster here. Let's take a look. Will he try to take a step towards the center? Goes for loom now. Okay. Hashtag ballsy. Yeah, that bitch, I realized he didn't have loom, but somehow I still wasn't that excited. Goes for horse color now. I believe before the wood upgrade, right? No man-at-arm upgrade either. Interesting approaches here by Vinchster. Did he? Let me just quickly check if he skipped the wood upgrade. And he... no, he has the wood upgrade. Okay, all good. So Vinchster with an incredible eco. 2 more villagers. Both eco upgrades here. And should be pretty fine for now. Now goes for man-at-arms as well. And, well, everything pretty tight. So 1-2 spearmen alone should be able to defend this whole area. Now town watch, because he didn't have any houses. You guys all know that in this sandy area we cannot build any farms. Kind of forcing the players to expand quite a bit. Welcome everyone here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. The main event of the evening will be Norway against Finland in a bit more than 2 hours. Should be an incredible best of 7 as well. Early blacksmith here by Vinchster. That's kind of weird. Barles completely walled now. Has to feel very safe, and yeah, that will take some time till we see the first real losses. Oh, quick walls that in the last second. There was a hole that I didn't even spot. And now we're just moving through the or towards the center. Hello, Mr. Lanchi. Same amount of villagers now because Vinchster did town patrol, town watch. Oh, we'll lose 1 villager here. That tree kind of blocking. Some harassment is the front. Problem for Barles is, first of all, weird farms. I think he should have just built a mill in the back here and farm around that. And still no good control for him. So we'll be skirm scout after 1 villager kill here. And now the move out for Vinchster towards the center. Let's take a look how he will try to approach this. Those are very low HP scouts. Should really get too much done. Don't like that mill too much from Vinchster. Uh-oh. But will he get a kill here? No, Vinchster just toying with him. First tower is going to go up. Want the direction of our Indian player here. And I'm wondering how he will be able to pressure all this. Going for the mining camp, access to stone and gold. And now villagers are moving forward. And Barles, he is on stone. Oh no, he only goes on gold now. So maybe wants to add in some archers. We'll snag another villager, and that's quite sloppy here. Vinchster screwing up a waypoint apparently. For now, the perfect game, at least kill-wise, for Mr. Barles. Is he trying to make a goal towards the center? Those are 6 villagers, so one kind of has to die. Unless he walls her. Okay. Saved though. So 2 scouts going down without a kill. Kind of surprised me that he didn't commit against those 2 villagers at the top there. Resources. No one really looking into Castle Age just yet. Barles. He's not really building archers. So maybe feels like he wants to click up pretty soon. Vinchster with 3 on gold, sending more on gold as well. Doesn't really have an archer range. Maybe we'll build a market and try to buy some stuff. Feels weird. And Barles, I feel like he will have a great counterattack. Not a lot of defensive for Vinchster. He doesn't really have the mobility, and guys, you know this map too well. This area is all visible at all times, so he being Barles, knows exactly where the whole army is, and yeah, can just outrun and outmove Vinchster. But at the moment has 0 idea. Might feel safe with his 3 spearmen, but now the skirms are coming over, and that tower really needs to be rushed out. Fletching is finishing any second. Scouts are now moving in, and indeed he's pulling the 6 villagers. That could be some kills here for sure. Only 2 spearmen left, 2 low HP villagers. Why are the scouts going back? He can commit, just needs to focus down against the spearmen. Is snacking 1 villager, might get more. Spearmen are easily going down, and that's at least 3 dead villagers here if I counted that correctly. 3 make that most likely 4. Quite an occasion engagement here. So that was maybe even 5 and 3 spearmen. Good start for Barles into that one. Now ahead by 1 villager and can harass the woodline even further. Meanwhile, that attack isn't doing too much. Barles will even stonewall behind that. Has enough stone to be super safe. Does not want to over chop here. Needs to be very aware of that situation. Do we see the over chop here? Yes, we do. Vinchster, that's kind of a screw up by him. And those madams won't do as much as the scouts are doing. Barles plays this very aggressively. Vinchster still with only 1 scout. What else is he going for? Archers at the front now. But that means a lot of idols here for Vinchster at the moment. He sees idle, and we see more units dying. Spearmen are taking a lot of hits as well. That 1 scout is actually killing 2 scouts in exchange. And, well, the TC is completely empty. So cannot really punish Hannibal for, quote-unquote, overcommitting there. Goes for the tower now. 3 skirms trying to kill the infantry. Oh, Michael's back. I think the tower should be safe though. 4 villagers can just repair, and Vinchster, that wasn't his greatest go ever. Skirms just running on the TC. Vinchster tries to, well, do some walls, but shouldn't really be the main damage here. What happened to Vinch? He used to be top 10, or am I wrong? You're wrong. I think he never was top 10. At least I can't remember a time where he was top 10. But yeah, he's obviously on and off. It's not his main priority. Why are there even build numbers though? Well, melee bonus, right? Having 2 villagers more. Then he lost some. The town watch as well. Castle already here for Barles, who is sheep scouting. Apparently the left hand side. So some skirmishes. Not contesting the center for now. How much stone does he have? 700 stone. So he will probably just build an aggressive castle here in the face of Vinchster, who, for now, is just using the market a bit. Might lose a villager here, maybe even 2. Some low HP ones here at the top as well. Tries to go for some micro, but Barles, he has a target. And he's going for her. Gets the kills. Some more scouts coming around. They will be the damage dealers. Even has forging here. No bloodlines on those though. What is he going for? Double archery range, mainly skirms, no more scouts. Number outside here. Some microing against those men-at-arms will get the kill. And, well, I think it looks way better for Barles. Vinchster sold 200 wood, can click up any second now, just needs to drop the food. And he will reach Castle Age like a minute later, maybe even less. And it will be 54 seconds. Skirmish can clear this up. And 2 scouts, they can still be quite annoying to get those 2 skirmishes. Well, if he's now top 4 in his qualifying, it means he's really close to the top 10. No. You have to remember that like the top 6 aren't competing in this tournament. Maybe even top 8 or something. Then no Chinese players. Being top 4 here doesn't really mean you're top 10. But, well, you said pretty close, so that makes sense, yeah. There is a good argument for Vinchster being top 20 in the world at the moment. No, he won the semifinals of Masters of Arabia against Riyadh, yeah, to make it into the finals and lose against Mr. Yo there. You're remembering that correctly. Okay, let's maybe focus a bit more on this game. It looks pretty good still for Barles. Now we see stable switch for Vinchster, who's getting pushed away from all that gold. So that's the perfect timing here for Barles, who, yeah, it's just super annoying with all his skirmishes here. Won't really get the kill, or will he? Second try, and now the switch into elephant. Does Barles see that? Yeah, he sees the elephant. And has a camel himself, goes for some annoyance here. Vinchster switched into crossbowman without even fletching. Does he even have a siege workshop? Blacksmith, I mean? Yes, he does, but Oh. Now some repair, all the crossmen going down, villagers might get sniped as well. That's not a lot of villagers in TC, so TC is not really doing that much damage, 3 HP, and he gets the kill against the Mangonel. And that was quite nice micro here by our Polish player, and a lot of stuff going very well for him. Vinchster got all the center control, but his spearmen and man-at-arms did very little damage against the nice wall-off against Barles, and Vinchster took a lot of damage in feudal age here. Not a super amount of villager losses, but that was annoying. Some villager losses here. Needs to build a lot of spearmen, and all that aggression in the center was basically for nothing. Didn't really use all his gold or stone at all. And yeah, then just got pushed away by one beautiful castle. Quite nice play. Indian eco also pretty strong, and this is the 1-1 in the series, so quite even so far. Obviously, after 2 games, 1-1. Not the most impressive statement by me. Went for the second stable, and I'm excited how this will turn out. And number 1, small slip up. Vinchster here couldn't really execute his plan, and I just think this could be a very close series. Barles for NAC. I still say he has the smallest chances, but he's still in the run. Only 5 players left. And we are out of Malay now and out of Indians. So a bit of an earlier pick for Barles right against the last pick of Vinchster. And next map is Coast to Mountain. Malians might be a good choice. Probably then Italians for... Oh, now we need to scratch our head. Oh no, it has to be Japanese for Flooded Cross. So Coast to Mountains Italians. Celt Arabia. No. Oh, he doesn't have a good preritive. Vinchster. So maybe Malians on Prairie. Maybe Italians on Prairie and try to get to Genoese against Huns. Okay, let's think about Barles. Prairie Huns. Coast to mountain Malians or Berbers. I think I like Barles civilizations more at the moment. Aren't Celts reasonable for Prairie? Not really. Not really, no. Why not Malians for Prairie? You don't really have too many bonuses, right? Playing against Huns, then what are you doing against CA and Castle Age? Cannot really transition into good skirmishes later on. Tricky. Okay, then let's jump into game number 3 here, Coast to Mountain. Everyone who doesn't know this map, welcome. We are starting without TC here and you need to place your TC. You kind of have 3 options. Either at the mountain area where you have access to stone, gold and a lot of wood, or the coast area where you have access to all the water, some wood and some gold, or in the center where you have access to massive amount of free hunts. See, Barles kind of taking a mid-step here and went for Magyars against Malians for Vinchster. Malians obviously good, you can easily start the fishing ship and build the dock. We also have very early dock by Barles, but he needs to get wood first. Did get, well, some stragglers though. Not sure about Magyars on this map. Aren't they like pretty open maps to the left? I think Mayans could have been a good choice. Maybe Berbers could have been a good choice. My stout game on a weekday. I think it was overlapping with some ECL games and he was sick during last week as well. Gets elephant number 2 in. And color swap. Oh yeah, my bad. This is the problem because they changed the host. Try to think about it. Thanks, Turbo. Huns should be good on such an open map. Well, Huns are still pretty good for Prairie. The map we're seeing after that. 3 elephants? No, massive amount of elephants. Can just run around and pick more and more. That's the reasoning why you build your TC in the center. Sometimes. We also have a horse instead of a scout. Barles. Well, only now goes in wood heavily. 1 fishing ship compared to 4. I don't like the chief choice here for Barles with Magyars. We'll just stuck in here. Hate when that happens. Six fishing ship already. So Vinchster, although he needs to run a bit further with his villagers to build the TC, that's why he's 1 villager down. Well, at least he gets the kill of the horse now. He still was able to have some control of the hunt and the earlier fishing ships, so better start surely for our Russian player here. We're just evening out. How is that happening? Okay, Barles is clicking up and he's going for, okay, I thought for some aggression, but in the end it's only for the zebras here. And Vinchster, he can click up here in the second, right? Oh, wants to go for loom first. Not too important to loom on this map, honestly. Because there's no scout around. Did he maybe feel that he needs a second building? No. Okay. Do we see loom on Barles' side? No, he's not looming. And is he sending a second villager down at the moment? Not really. So there will be one dog for Barles and Vinchster. We don't see a villager from him yet either. Very long distance elephant here. I don't even mind picking Berbers because he can just get elephants from any spot of the map because the walking distance is just the same. Oh no, I think it's the walking distance is the same with boars, right? Not with elephants. Uh-oh. Loses a villager here. That's kind of sloppy by Vinch. Let's open the discussion if he's really top 20 in the world again. Long distance elephant. Yeah, that's what I said. Stable now, and that should be some aggression. Vinchster with kind of a clumped up map here, but those villagers are just so open. Direct for Barles, and well, this guy's going to be tricky. Let's see, is he going for fire galley? Not really. Vinchster neither. He will play this fast castle, by the way. We'll build a stable, and I think this is the game where both players ignore the water the most. How did Barles get up fast with more builds? He just instantly built the TC. Vinchster spawned with his TC villagers here and just walked for 25-30 seconds and then built the TC here, and Vinchster has loom against no loom. Friendly fish boom? Looks like it, right? So both completely ignoring water. Okay, one fire galley out now here. Not on gold at all. So that will be some damage. Vinchster, not enough wood for him. And that's an aggressive tower, but spotted by Vinchster here. But he doesn't fear that too much. Built a defensive tower and now cancelled that one. Vinchster already up. 1340 castle age timing. Can't really tell you how much that's worth. We are starting with more villages on this map. Scouts could find some damage here. And just not really with the spearmen. Barles is here on stone. No, I don't see that. It's just one in the top a bit. Some harassment on water, and that should be some dead villies. If Barles sees that, he should know about it. Why is he trying to attack? Oh boy. Kind of weird move. Trying to run through here, cannot squeeze through there. Now runs into one spearman, and I think now he will go for the kill. Will put him heavily ahead in villagers. Oh no, will it? Doesn't look like it. So weird, get some more damage done. Let's take a look at the resources. Food looks pretty sexy for him. Water kills kind of stopped here, I believe. And is getting a lot of damage done against the scouts. Continues to do damage here, Vinchster. Well, he added one fire galley himself, so they're kind of trading off at the moment. That will be surprising for Barles. He saw a lot of scouts, and now sees, oh god, this guy is still up, or already up to castle age. Now can build a knight. Maybe camel could have been even a reasonable unit against all the scouts. Is he jumping through the TC? Looks a bit like it. 160 TC for Vinchster, and indeed he's trying to go for some kills here. Knows about the villagers, and quick wall over here, right hand side completely stopped. Beautiful move. Can he get a quick wall up here? Oh boy, that was just beautiful by Vinchster. If he walks the top here at the moment, he is not. So the villagers are open. One villager will go down for sure. Maybe even more is leading the house again. That was one spearman going down and potentially two villagers. No, he can't really get the kill. So Vinchster still quite okay-ish with that result, I believe. Some harassment here. Let's take a look at the resources of Barles. He has 250 food. Goes for a weird straggler at the back here. Okay. Finally, the kills against those villagers. Can he get some more? Looks like yes, he will. Already killed 3, I believe. Now goes for number 4. Can he get the kill? Doesn't look like it. Only 2 HP on his scout here. Maybe we might find a better spot later on. And Vinchster. That's not a relic, that's just the first monk already out. Is he getting the conversion against the spearman? Not yet. One scout in the back might get the kill, and it's, well, 2 HP are enough in those spots to get the kills, right? 3 hits, 1 scout, 1 monk down, 2 monks down, and Barles doesn't lose a unit here. Good spot, or good move by him. Vinchster quick waltz his villager, blocks the scout, and, well, we will see at least 1 kill against that. Is it a good idea to take elephant using spearman? Not the worst idea ever. Problem is, still needs quite a lot of micro the later the game goes, right? Second spearman here, and Bolden order, 300 biddies. Hashtag charity. Say, Twitch already relieved $140,000 in their biddy Christmas promotion. Not sure what that means, but it's a big number. Barles, 4 villagers ahead. Fishing ships basically non-existent on both sides. I think I like the position of Vinchster a bit more. Military count worse for him though, and now spearmen pushing. No real knights there. The battering ram is going down. And Barles, well, he will stay in feudal age for quite some time. 120 food for him at the moment. Maybe should even cancel some spearmen and think about going up. Vinchster, he has second TC, not really producing out of the second one for now. Maybe collect some more stone and then build a third one even. And yeah, just maybe boom away. Knows that it will be tricky to break Barles right here, right now. Yeah, those spearmen don't have an attack bonus against the horses, but against scouts they obviously do, and knights. How champ cards against Mega CR? I think not good enough, right? Champ cards have 8 defense, and heavy CA have, I believe, +5, right? So that's 7 + 5 to 12, so they still do 4 damage. I think it's not enough for champ cards. I think CA are still better. In case both have them fully upgraded. Okay, how are Ecos looking now? Okay, 1 fishing ship added. Maybe come back for the raid a bit later on. Double barracks. Now goes for some more scouts. Obviously, see Vinchster breaking this. What is he doing here with the move out? Okay, 30C for him. To better rush to Eco seems the only way. Well, the Eco is a bit too tight. Don't think he will get too much done. He can just boom, guys. He can still build reasonable amount of CA. He can, well, first kill all the monks. We'll get all 3 monks. Now the spearman closing the distance against the scorpion. And that's normally kind of the worst timing, just shortly before getting all your upgrades to attack. But Barles simply at the numbers. He's in a good spot. And Vinchster, well, he should have the better eco. Maybe he could go for some fish boom, but, well, not that much production for him at the moment. Yeah, so the battles might honestly be something against the pikemen. I confused the civilizations for a small moment there. Bodkin arrow now for Barles, who has 1 archer range over here. Builds a monastery at home though. So is that only for the towers? Oh yeah, blocking that gold spot. Quite nice for him. And Barles, well, he still has another gold spot he can attack here from Vinchster, but also protected by TC. Mangonel now coming over. And she has wasted so much on monks. Well, Barles in exchange to that built quite a lot of scouts, right? Trying to kill all those. That's some pretty sick damage output already. Barles is not rank 7 on Bubbly. Barles is top 5 HD. I know that he was playing in the early days. I didn't know that he continued playing. Second stable here. Now goes into light calf. Why? Still don't have bloodlines. Playing with, okay, now adding a second TC. Vinchster, he has, well, soon a castle. Where will he build his castle? Could maybe be in that area. I think maybe some walls over here could be better and just build it here. Maybe over here, some area. I wouldn't mind that spot. Not that easy. Most of the times you have a good castle spot, quite obvious. I think this one might be too defensive and too long term. I think just in front here, it's the most likely spot to be attacked, right? Let's control the stone and Vinchster. Ah yeah, look at that. He finds another spot even. Did he fear the aggression? Did see the watchtower? And didn't really expect to face only one villager here. Fishing ship count 0 again for both. Some shenanigans here, but kind of even. So weird that we so little fight for water here. Lightcap now trying to go for the kill, spreading out a bit. Kind of a weird move. Look at that, both Mangonels low HP. And both of them somewhat surviving. Monk is going down as well. This was just horrible micro. Okay, we'll get one Mangonel now. Might get the second one, but still. That could have gone so much better. That Monk in some problems now as well. What is he trying to do? Oh god. Oh, that didn't go too well for him. Heavy anti-micro for Barles. Wanted to split out, wanted to get both Mangonels, but just could have finished one down and then do some shenanigans with the Monk. That went pretty well for Vinchster here for sure. And now it's a battle. Production will start. Vinchster 5 villages ahead. Take a look, Barles. How many TCs do we have here? 2 only. Not really producing out of them either. And an aggressive castle now at this spot. TC number 4 for Vinchster. Oh, Barles did build one extra fishing ship, but, well, instantly lost. That light calf died as well. I like the position of Vinchster. Horrible micro. Yeah, I just said that. See number 4 now. HGC obviously will die pretty soon though. Good upgrade for Horrible. Is going for another attack against the Mangonel. Finally gets it. By an exchange of 2 light calf. So, yeah, cost efficient. But what is that, villager? Okay. Kind of ambitious, I'd say. Another outpost here. Okay, so what's the plan for Barles? CA now. Triple archery range. Build some stuff over here. Not too sure if that's going to do too much though. Yeah, you can maybe get a sneaky attack in. And get some CA rolling if they have a big fight at the front. But somewhat risky. Goes for some ratings here in the TaToH. And now the battle raid is coming in. Take a look, what can he get? We'll snake a villager at least, and now moves in here. Villagers pulled a bit preemptively, if you ask me. Now get some raid against the villager, trying to get the archer range up. So CA production won't roll too well. That's why he's building another archer range here in the back. TaToH now moving in, and villagers back on gold, back into the TC. And TaToH, they are just really bad at holding some arrow fire. Not a lot of defense here, and only 30 HP. Yeah, heavy damage dealers, nice mobility, but once they're receiving damage, they're dying pretty quickly. But for now, they're the damage dealers getting all the kills here. Sweet move for Vinch, who's now up to Imp with 15 villagers more, and even picked up a relic. He's very clumped up here as well, has 3 TC still for himself, and he's the one raiding. Looking better and better. Resources on the other side. Oh, well, we are a bit away from Imp, I'd call it. 60 villagers, but basically 0 resources. Do we see a second castle? Yeah, I was expecting that any second as well. And just only now going for the blacksmith. No, he had a siege workshop, right? So he lost his blacksmith earlier. Don't really know where. Those in the back, I felt like they could have had a good timing, but didn't really get the kills in. The battles here, and yeah, look at that. CA, not the biggest damage dealers either, and just still taking so much damage here. Won't get the last kill. TaToH going down. Military count overall pretty low. 16 here for Barles, 7 only for Vinchster, who's now going for castle number 2. We'll clear that in the back. And, well, we'll be quite ahead. Goes for university now as well. Micro's a bit... and switches into skirms here. Okay, and that's what I said earlier. Huns won't perform too well against Malian. Malians won't perform too well against Huns if we get into that mass CA scenario. Same could be said maybe for Magyars, but I think the tech advantage is just way too big. Vinch now with fletching, and Barles just way too deep in Castle Age. Continues to go for some CA, and Barles, he is still leading in score, so he obviously will continue to play for quite a bit and is getting some raids in, but a lot of statistics in favor of Mr. Vinch. Ballistics now as well. Those TaToH won't do too much. Skirm numbers way too low as well, but some kills for now. 1 light cav, 1 CA, make that 2 CA here most likely, and not a single loss for Vinch. He is getting closer and closer. Now goes for Botkin, and well, traps now coming out and doing what traps do best, tearing down castles. Not doing too much. Yeah, Barles still has a lot of map control, but is that really the most important thing? Sometimes it is. If we only at pop 100, maybe it isn't. CA can run away from the not craziest skirmishes here. Don't have any defense upgrades as well, and Barles will lose that castle. Even added some Magyar hussars. Are they that much better than normal hussars or light cav? 87, 99. Okay, well, I can see that. But costing some gold, which he is somewhat limited on in the long run, I wanted to say, but actually has a lot of gold still to work with. And some gold in the bank. Now needs to get some raids done. Vinchster, very clumped up though, and not really allowing too many raids to happen. That's just so good for him. Overpopulation, somewhat even though. It's just going to be a slow death. I think so. No one really pushing at the moment, not enough siege for Vinchster to really go for the kill. And Barles, well, he isn't really going towards Imperiates too quickly. With mercenaries tag, Magyar hussars don't cost gold. Thank you for that. He doesn't have that tag though, and now lost his castle. Vinchster, 3 TCs idle at the moment, lots of idols. On the other side, 1 TC working, 2 idle. They expand a bit to the south. TaToH should focus down the Magyar hussars, but they're doing a great job of debating here. And CA skirmishes from the back Now trying to do some damage against that villager count. Evening out somewhat. And Vinchster going for castle number 3. He still has a lot of control over that hilly area. Still can't decide on a unit. Well, I think he knows his composition. Just not that easy to get onto it, right? And it's immobile against CA Lightcav as well. So tricky for him to decide a fight. But he will have a lot of vision. Could have maybe even tried to wall this area. If he wanted to. Trap, kind of ambitious here. Might even lose his life. Wants to get closer to the castles and save himself. Nagyahasa having extra damage against those traps. Might go down after all here, but no, seems like it will be saved. Sweet win for Vinch, who's now taking maybe the biggest score lead he had all game long. I think so. Now even going for more knights. Barles, he wants to finish this in castle age. Kind of feels weird if you know that your enemy has 3-4 castles already up. That kind of reduces the efficiency of any castle age army if you don't get onto mass petards or mass rams to really get a castle down. Or maybe sneak behind to get some raids in. That's not going to happen either. Gebetto's going back. Those knights actually doing quite a lot of damage, but well, CA losses in the exchange. Military numbers, quite nice for Barles, but well, what is he doing with those now? Could get some raids here. That's just so risky by Vinch. Why is he moving out there? Can just go to the top and use that a bit more. Oh, that looks like a camel switch for Vinchster now. So do we see some quick walls here? No, not really. Caster damage output is just reasonable as well. Botkin arrow, has ballistics, I believe has even chemistry, yeah. So really costly to just run through here, then through more TCs and everything. So he better backs off. Now bloodlines +2 defense. That will be the full camel switch. And once we get into Farimba, pretty much impossible for Barles to take any efficient fights. No more stable units now, no more castle units. Or no marcher units, I want to say. Not too many camels in production either. Pop 114. Kind of a slow game here. I still question Barles' choice to stay that long into castle age. Okay, wants to go for some aggression over here. Won't really get punished by any traps because there was only one trap and that's the one he killed earlier. And now he wants to go for the raid, but that will be quite some losses. As you can see, already 2 knights going down here and more CA taking damage. Villagers trying to save themselves. There is no real hole. Wants to stonewall that area behind and... well, he didn't really stonewall it. Farimba now for Vinch as well. Needs to get another defensive upgrade. Let's take a look. That is still open at the top. Maybe we could see a very big raid. Small screw up by Vinch. Maybe there's a tree behind it that we can't see. Vinch? No, that's open. That could be open. Barles, he could get like 15-20 villager kills here. Quite easily. I've only wanted to commit in that house area. So maybe thinking that's all walled off. Maybe both players are thinking it's all walled off. Barles won't make it to him. I don't think so. He will reach Imp any second. What is he going for? Mass CA. Is he adding more barracks? Could be a good option. He is adding more stables. So mass light cav. It's just blocking some farms for now. But we'll lose all that camel skirm. Now 13 damage output. Soon to be at 14. Oh, and now he wants to take this fight. Why didn't he just try to go through there? Maybe it was a debation by Vinchster, but this is just horrible for him, and that's what I said. Quite risky to move out there. And Vinchster with a trap, quite calm play, and now the very cost-efficient clear up for him. Barles, what is his army composition going to be? Light cav only? Cannot be it. CA seem to be at the production menu and some more halberdiers. Another TC here at the front. Villager count very even. Overall map control pretty even, and well, those villagers of Vinchster died in the meantime. So just feels like Barles with more map control for now, but can easily be regained by Vinchster with all those camels clearing that up. Impossible for Barles to take good fights now, unless he gets onto more halberdiers. And still with 12 idols. Kind of all around the map. It's not that he has like a group or a mining camp running dry. Gets another castle up. That's already castle number 4 for him. And now goes on to champ cards, guys. So he tries to counter the halberdier attack. He went onto so many different units this game. We started off with Scout, Spearman, Monk, Mangonel. We had Scorpions, we had Gebettos, we had Skirmishers. We had... I would just say we surely had a Knight from Vinchster as well. Now Camels, and well, next step clearly has to be the champ switch. And a trap as well. So he built like 12 different units, I believe. Oh, cannot take this engagement. Oh boy. Loses some of his camels at the side. Lots of eco upgrades for Haribo. Only finishing now Bowsaw. He at the 53-minute mark. Would have loved to see that a bit earlier. Bow still at pop 150, and I don't want to say it, guys, but it feels like this might be one of the best maps we had in quite some time. For now, I think we saw it like 5-6 times and had really, really good games on this one. And it's not like, yeah, they're camping down, but also like aggression, some booming, some map controlling, and then still delivering the late in play. Lovely stuff on this map here for sure. Vinchster continues with his champ line switch. For Maggie as an imp, let's take a look. How much gold do we have? So some at the top here, some over there. So yeah, he's getting some gold, but not mining it too much. Another university in the back. We'll take a good fight here in the center, I believe. Sniping down some of the skirmishers in exchange for some CA, though Halberdiers chasing this down. Barles now tagging into elite skirmishers as well, and goes for more defense upgrade here. Just feels like he's playing Hunt Throw here. Would Harps be great against camels and pikes? Well, he had Gebettos and he had skirmishers, right? So Harps mainly for Barles, as we just saw, is good against camels, but not against the rest. And the champion switch could be deadly. 130 villagers here and quite a lot of resources in the bank as well. Ground attack, well, somewhat missed. Oh, that's just so tricky if you do ground attack and the enemy is moving in another way. It just looks so stupid sometimes. TaToH for Vinchster. I believe that's the upgrade that your TCs fire, right? Am I confused? Could be really nice against potential raids later on. Now goes for heavy plow and heavy CA upgrade for Barles, so he wants to switch it to that again. And yeah, now you can see not a single villager in that TC and still would fire 5 arrows. So raiding pretty much impossible here against him. Barrack and archery ranges around here. Vinchster, he seems to be liking his position. Now goes for hoardings. Lots of resources for him. Now spanned. Didn't he just have like 2k food, 2k gold? Oh, champion tech. Already queued up here. Not in the overlay because it was instantly started after Twin Swordsman just finished. Light Cav with 14 damage as well. Quite nice for him. Thumbring now for the skirmishes. Quite late, but better late than never, right? You know, the champion should just wreck that, but also, remember, heavy CA should be pretty good, and champions, they are lacking the last attack upgrade. And for now, they do 3 damage against the champions, so 24 shots needed to kill them. I think Vinch in a better spot will get some raids in here. At the moment, Pop 170 against Pop 170 might change quite a bit. I think Vinchster He did take some time to charge up, but now I feel he might be going for the kill. Lots more gold for him in the South. Rally count is 1-0. And Cavalier switch now for Barles. I think maybe Magia Hassar and Nicov Bowl. CA might have been the better option instead of those CA here with normal light cav. At least that's what I'm thinking. A very defensive barracks here by Barles. Makes very little sense in my opinion. Probably only to get some Halberdiers out against raids. And that will be some dead villagers for sure. I think Vinchster, he's just moving in to get the kill here at the moment. Champions just so good, closing down the distance. Raids and so many spots. Well, we get some raids in return though. And that is doing quite a lot. The monk here got killed apparently, didn't really get the conversion. And Vinchster, he moves in. And I just said 170 against 170, but I thought that might change quite heavily any second. And indeed, now we have 180 against 130. Yeah, he gets some kills against that gold. Vinchster cannot really save those villages, but just look at the minimap. Looks pretty damn ugly for Harible, and he indeed has to GG this one. So many weird switches when it came to army. Here we are doing this, then I'm doing that, and let's switch it around. Barles not getting onto the army composition he wanted to. Vinchster kind of reacted and then went for Skirm champion and got the kill with the very good early eco here. Very early castle age timing, then had a lot of losses against the scout and spearman. But in the end, I think Barles, with the too long castle age attack against triple castle defense, doesn't really work in my opinion. Maybe a transition to imp earlier was needed. Wasn't like Vinchster had a lot of traps out. Both seem to always have the wrong unit. Well, hashtag mind games. They switch quite a bit, right? And all the switching kind of made the opponent look bad. 1-1 relics in the end. I think, what did I see? Gold was a solid difference. Yeah, that was it. And now we are out of Malians and out of Magyars. Civilizations to left for Prairie Flooded Cross in Arabia. So that has to be Prairie? No. Prairie Flooded Cross, Arabia. Or Prairie Flooded Cross, Arabia. On the other side, Prairie or Prairie Flooded Cross, Arabia. It's tricky. Hunts for Prairie makes a lot of sense, right? But hunts are also pretty good for Flooded Cross. Let me quickly get some sugar water and we are jumping into the game in 30 seconds. I love Vinchster saves for Arabia and Prairie. Yeah, agreed. That's what I said earlier, right? I like the civilizations more for Barles. And then he had Magyars there. Already picked. When the batters would have wrecked harps, Vinch quit making. No, he quit making them earlier. Harps only wear out after he made camels. And when Magic Hussars would have been good versus camels. Magic Hussars are good against camels? No. Barles quit making. Aye, Turbo. Might want to rewatch that last record. And yeah. Meanwhile, I will invite everyone else to watch game number 4 with me here on Prairie. And we have interesting civilizations. Vinchster is playing Japanese and left-hand side here. Very open. Barles at the left-hand side. Okay. With Hans. Woodline quite far away for him. As we all know, we're starting with 2 scouts on this no-hill map, and this just has to be open face, pure aggression. Vinchster, defensive stone, defensive gold. Maybe going for that sheep even. Is he building a second lumber camp? Maybe he is. And yeah, this just has to be extremely aggressive. If someone finds the time and is expanding towards the right-hand side, could be a lot of free food for them. Does fire have a chance? Certainly. Oh, and that's never a good sign for a woodline if it's that far away that even wolves are attacking your villages. Fire is pretty unstable, yeah. Just a tower would be nice. Hans is better, yeah, way better. As you can see, you're already 1 village ahead, you have more mobility. The only option would be if he eats a lot of... Oh, even pulls that low HP villager into the TC now. Fears that 1 or 2 scouts might come over. Scouts are so good. CA are pretty strong in Castle Age. Only moment where Japanese are really good is, I believe, the moment where we are still fighting with men-at-arms. Yeah, pikemen might be good as well, but not the greatest thing ever. Barles, did he? Oh no. He should know about the stone, right? He should see the stone. He should know that Vinchester's up here. I would have expected Vinchester here if I saw that stone. But now he sees the extra food. Should know that Vinchester cannot be around this area. And there's extra food here. So he should know. Barles should know that Vinchester's up top here. Yeah, it is weird from the generation. But the map told him. Close to that stone. Although extra stone is 4 tiles on this one as well. Oh, okay. And I will take it back. So he's got a 2 stone there. Saw 3 of his own. Yeah, he should know. He should know that it's up top. Barles up now. Second lumber camp over here. Played this with 19 pop. That's 17 villagers. So normally pop 18 time here. And Vinch, well, he will be way later than that. And he has very little idea about the positioning either. Sees an extra gold spot, so he only knows that his opponent is far away from here. Could still be in either corner. Continues to push some here, and 3 villages later, he's clicking up to Castle Age. Barles, he will have a lot of aggression, and soon will have 2 scouts with +2 as well. Goes for quite a lot of walls here, and Vinchster, well, that will help him to spot that area. The villager behind here only got the sheep. Kind of weird that you have 2 scouts. Barles could have gone for that woodline as well. We need to go for that far. That was one screen away. 3.7 screens away. And the first move here, Vinchster, he will save that one, no problem. This time Barles won't lose any HP. Well, he lost a combined 5 HP, but that's fine. Uh-oh, 4 villager aggression. Make that 5 villager aggression by Vinchester. We have some harassment here in the woodline. That will be at least 1 dead villager. And Barles, he has to be happy with that. Lost a lot of HP though. And what's his unit choice? Some people in the stable now. Vinch should be coming around with some aggression. Gets a second villager. So at the moment, quite a nice advantage. Has 0 idea about that forward coming though. Knows about the scout now and sees the villagers. And sees the tower. Will probably... Okay, just rushes the tower out himself. Goes for some more scouting in the back here and feels like, okay, if you aren't continuing building your tower, neither will I. What makes Japanese drush particularly good? Well, you're saving 50 wood for your lumber camp, 50 wood for your mill, 50 wood for your mining camp, and your militia are attacking faster, right? So, I don't mind that. He's not even rushing down the tower. Oh. Okay, Vinchster cancelled it. Has 178 still. Builds an archer range now. Barles isn't building his one. Okay, now the move in here. Luckily, or like, not luckily. Skillfully moved away his low HP villagers, but is exposed now. Went for some aggression here, needs to get that defensive tower up ASAP. Will be tricky. Luckily, that villager might scout it here. Can we see some quick walls? Will be tricky, not in time, and that will be some losses for sure. 3 men-at-arms and 2 scouts with +2. That tower is not going to go up. That will be some heavy villager losses. Yeah, we have some raids in the back here, but that's nothing compared to what's going on here. And that will be some heavy losses for sure. Man-at-arms still alive, 2 scouts alive as well. And now a tower in between here. He's sending so many more villagers over. But Barles is still 2 villagers ahead. Even after all those losses. And now can fight down this tower. Yeah, there's still a lot of low HP villagers included though. And he pulls more. At the moment, every single villager of Barles either building a defensive tower or fighting at this very spot. And Temujin is entertained as well here. Fighting down that one scout, builds another scout himself. And he's moving away from that area. 2 men-at-arms were just too good. The 2 archers as well. And Barles, with a weird, risky move out with all his scouts, wanted to go for the counter-attack and didn't really see that attack coming. That didn't really work out for him at the moment. Not a single villager working properly, and yeah, that wasn't lamed. He just got all of them. $15-minute GG, not unlikely, right? Can't really send the villagers over now. 7 idle villagers under the CC, doesn't really know what to do with them. 1 scout here, he won't really get that away, or get the comeback rolling. Tower somewhat walled. Don't tell me he's trying to commit him against the tower. I'll lose at least 1 villager on the way there. 2 HP. Is he? Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, a lot of villagers going through here. But we'll lose 2 more villagers here against 1 man-at-arm. That villager is going down against the tower here, most likely. Going back to the farm and... well, that one is getting attacked first. Dodging! Unintentionally, though. And now another tower here. Soon he has basically 0 farmers left. Barles, he is out of this one. Just a weird move by him to move out there. That's such an ugly tower. He has 0 idea about that one, I assume. What? Actually sees it. And Vinch, he might even get another tower up here. What a weird game. Ah, Vinchster wants to fight himself out. Maybe get a tower up here, behind the woodline at that end. And Barles is GGing that one, yeah. Oh boy. That was an unfortunate engagement for him, for sure. And yeah, he had such a good advantage. Killed 2 scouts here, didn't take any losses. Archer range was completely fine for him. Army needs to run so far around. If he just walls this area, gets the tower up, I think he's in a fine spot. Gets onto scouts, can raid Vinchster, but he just move out with all his scouts. It was only 2. Had 1 at home. Just sort of scouted that area, and although he had a good civ advantage, losing this game here. And yeah, after we saw the map generation, we kind of expected a very aggressive game. That was a lot of kills. Largest army, only 3 for Barles as well. And he still got 7 kills. Such a good start for him. In the end, even villager numbers, although he lost so many. It seems that no more NAC sets can be played today as long as Vinchster win. What? Yeah, Hans is still Hans, yeah, that's so true. Okay, now out of Japanese and out of Hans. So we will probably see Flooded Cross, Berbers against Italians. Should be better for Vinch than Celts against Marians. Well, we'll see about that. Huh? Maybe both of them mind gaming or something. And maybe have the wrong order of the maps. No idea. Well, we are jumping into game number 5 here. 3 match points for Vinchster, and we're looking into a Celt Marian war on Flooded Cross. And we'll have Barles playing Marians. You all know the map by now, guys. Looks pretty much like the original cross, but now connected with some pawns here, or not pawns, lakes in the center of the map. Oh, shut off. Might make a lot of sense here. TaToH agrees. Okay, so Celts on this map, pretty nice, because you can play aggressively on land and still have a lot of wood left over to maybe get some more fishing ships out and control some of the pawns. Marians, well, if they can wall up a bit and can get into Plundages with defensive. Oh, how is Barles not calling a restart here? This is obviously a bugged map. Bugged map. Can take admin re if you want. That's obviously not enough of access on his main gold spot. And he's allowed to take this admin restart in the first 6 minutes. We'll lose a scout and therefore we'll call the admin restart. That's obviously kind of weird. And yeah, he just called the bugged map admin restart. So they're saving and then going back. Nothing too exciting. Both players going for 1 dog. I've been at the same site, so could have been very aggressive for sure. But let's just think about it. So, yeah, he needed to call it before the 6-minute mark. Oh, look at that, Vinchster. He only trusts Nili. Nili said, okay. Okay, so we are going back. They saved this one as well. And yeah, I confirmed it as admin restart. Only English? Yes. Unless it's Monday, then German is allowed as well. So will be Italians against Berbers for Arabia if we get onto it. So let me message Stark maybe if I see him online. Maybe I should just wait till the series is over. I think it's a bit more fair. Not taking Italians on this map makes no sense. I'm surprised as well, guys. I don't really get it. So in 6 hours we are allowed to talk German? No. You're allowed to talk German in the next stream on Monday. Yeah. Turns on good on Arabia, right? Well, if he gets into Genoese, it will get tricky for Berbers to have a good answer. But technically, they aren't sick. And I think, especially against Mayans, they should have died. Are there regular restarts allowed? Yes. One restart in the first 4 minutes for both of them. And we'll try to take a look into the game again. Game number 5 still here on Flooded Cross and Vinchster. We will take the color switch again. Why are they changing the host? That makes 0 sense. Oh man. Nili, what especially do you like about Ballista defense? Well, only that they can cut through forests. So you can wait to call your admin re. Well, admin re needs to be in the first 6 minutes. And you have to remember that I messaged him and that's like 1.5 minutes later in game. Yeah, but he should just instantly pause the game when I message him. Idea, player can ban one chosen civ for a specific map. Idea, a player can ban 2 specific civs out of the best of 7 draft. Okay, so how will they approach this? Very good back pawn for Barles here. How are his resources looking? Gold, stone, kind of open. Sheep will be stolen. Vinchster could maybe. Oh no, won't be stolen. Open gold spot here. So Barles, he needs to play somewhat aggressive. Rush FC not really an option or something like that. I think Rush FC is never an option on cross either way. And yeah, but like water into plumes is not really an option for him. Map is way too open for that. Maybe you can wall the front a bit more though. Well, it's still doable. And Vinchster called the restart here after not finding a boar, I believe. Yeah, not finding his 2 boars. And can we quickly go in his point of view? I think he didn't see that area and needed to call the restart. Try number 3 for this map, guys. But with this ban, the player can still use the TIFF, not only that specific map. You ban Indians for Dry River, so they must use Indians for another map. Let me think about that. Really think. So we keep the 7 civs. And you say you are not allowed to pick that civ on that map. And still in there. Interesting. So we still see the strong civs. So map specific ban. That makes something like Chinese kind of risky, right? Because then if he says, oh no, he will just say, okay, you're not allowed to play it on that map, but then you have to play it on another map. Ooh, I will put more thought into that. That might be something that I might consider for NAC. Because then we have best of 9 series, so we need a lot of civs. And I don't want to have like both picking 11 civs and then we are banning 2. That might be something. Hidden draft for the opponent? No. Players don't want that. Pullo Bigilla, thanks for your Prime support. What happens if we don't get 29k for NAC2? I will lose money. And it's very unlikely that NAC3 will ever happen. I'd rather see like 1 civ and 1 map band. Well, we will have... It's tricky, right? Will be a lot of best of 5 series, and we have like 10-12 maps. Probably will get to an uneven number of maps. And then we have, or maybe an even number is fine as well. We will come up with a good system for that. I will ask the players. Hidden draft for opponent would be lame. Players would just choose the same civs. Somewhat, yeah. NAC will become an online tournament. Yeah. Nili's online cup. Problem is that some civs are OP for some certain maps. Well, then you should adjust the maps, right? Less berries on Land Madness. Maybe less Shawfish on Shawfish maps to balance out Indians. Well, we will take a look into game number 5 for a 3rd time, and no restart called by Barles, so we will indeed see it for real this time. And he will play blue. Will play how I saved that, defensive dog. Won't see those 2 sheep and first boar. Oh wait. Stolen boar. So we have had a boar steal, and I was thinking so much about that civilization idea that I missed that. So will be 3 boars here for Barles, and he still, yeah, with a good chance for a comeback. He will face Italians on Arabia after that, and we will have a very uncommon matchup, Indians on Rehydration, to finish it off. So Barles still with a lot of chances. Open woodline, open gold spot here for Vinch as well. That should be no block gold. No, it's not. But yeah, was somewhat close as well. Okay, tries to go for boar number 3 and eagle still in the TC. Could go over here, Vinchster. Is he lurking around to block the villager? Oh no, he's not. Thought he did the MBL thing, kind of camping here and then tries to block the villager. Didn't really happen. Eagle could have been around as well, and Barles has loom anyways. Even gets a solid volley off against that scout, down to 24 HP. Barles with a solid start here, and will play his Mayans with 3 boars. That kind of is 3.6 boars or something like that. Which could be microed a bit better here. As you can see, that one tried to be microed. 3 fishing ships here, and we see 3 fishing ships kind of at the same timing here for both. And see some harassment here, and Vinchster without loom tries to wall that villager in 9 HP and did that quite beautifully. But his house needs to loom now, and well, that's some harassment here and is now trying to force a fight against that villager. Goes down to 24 HP though after the lane.
Keep up the great work, Nili Shower NACHYPE.
My regal tip. Nili Shower to you as well. And goes back with the low HP villager. 14 HP here is Barles trying to commit. Goes down to 11 HP, forces the eagle back, and now I think he should just commit, right? Oh, Barles 2 villagers ahead at the moment. Vision should count quite even. Vinchster still with a reasonable uptime. 10:32 here with only one boar. Expect him to maybe even board this with an outpost. Sends one villager to the front, and that will be man-at-arm aggression. Over here at the left-hand side, Vinchster tries to keep it open, and Barles tries to keep it open, and Vinchster, he is missing that forward. 2 on gold here, and Vinch, that I believe might even be an archer defense. Attack against the berries, attack against the wood line, not on stone here. Now goes for the berries. Aggression from Vinchster as well. This is going to be a wild, wild game, guys. And those games are often decided by who gets the second or third fire galley out quicker. Because then you have like 3-4 fishing ships working a bit better. And, well, lots of idle villagers will be forced anyway. Barles, he has no idea about this forward. And, well, what are those villagers doing at the right-hand side? Well, not any losses here. And first tower is going up, meaning that he has no idea about this. And that is actually in range. Man-at-arm upgrade is coming. And Barles, he is doing double bit X, so doesn't really realize how dire it looks on land here. And gold spots, well, he needs to evacuate quite a bit. Goes for some walls now. Will be somewhat safe. Gets minimal damage done against those men-at-arms. Continues with some aggression here at the front. Vinchster, no defense. He has 5 villagers on stone though. And, well, he just right-clicked on that house. Let's take a look. Quick walls are coming in time. Why do we not see the men-at-arm upgrade for Barles? He has so many resources. Just feels so weird. Fire galleys. And no one. Really just yet. Uh-oh, that's open. Vinchster in some problems. 2 HP here, and the militia very low on their HP. Some aggression continues. One villager went down. Now moves to another wood line. Went to another gold as well. And Barles, does he think he wants to go onto a quick castle age here, or what's going on? Uh-oh, no defensive tower here either. Finally, the man-at-arm upgrade. Also still 3 low HP men-at-arms soon, and 1 eagle around. Can you get that villager? Doesn't look like it. Tower will go up. Where is he building the second tower? Okay, very aggressively. Will pressure this area quite a bit, and we need some repair on that palisade gate. For now, he's right-clicking everything on the tower. I think the man-at-arm will get under it, and that might be some losses. Vinchster already lost quite a lot of HP here. He's now walling behind this, and will get this tower up. I think he will be fine. I think he might be debating. He had those very late walls quite often, but honestly, maybe there was no debating. That was a heavy loss here. First fire galley out here. We have 1 to defend for Barles. He will run around. There will be some losses. Let's take a look. We're just trying to fight this down, and oh god, needs to wall behind this. Let's take a look. Only 1 small quick wall will trap this one, and we see some more men-at-arms coming around. Can maybe snag those villagers. Could maybe go around over here and fight some off. Oh boy, what a wild, wild game. Villager count somewhat even. Man-at-arm harassment at the right-hand side might be stopped. Vinch is just pulling those away. The tower is still up for Vinch here. Just being so much short until the TC helped him out. And the man-at-arm was blocked by the villager. Goes down to 7 HP and will be saved. Just think about it. If someone was ballsy enough to add 3-4 more fishing ships. That would be such a big thing for them. Repairing the tower, and Vinchster lost this one. Why is he not trying to fight down? Yeah, the towers were covering each other. Vinchster, not even with enough wood to build. Lumbercamp at the moment has enough wood on her hands. And then we'll probably build a pretty good one though. Put those villagers away. So now coming in here, but Barles, he should get the good defense here. In where's the raid here? Not really happening. Is he pulling that one back? No, he needs to attack. Another tower goes for some aggression. Archers already. Double archer range. We completely missed that. And Barles, that is completely unanswered for Vinchster. And look at all those villagers. They are so dead. Just think about it. If Horrible was just to go in, maybe get one stone wall up here and could just wall all those in. All two villagers could get all the kills. We're now seeing the defensive tower here. Actually pretty good against the aggressive tower of Barles here. But archers, they can just sit under the tower. More men-at-arms here for Vinch. And yet another tower. Might get some problems here. Not a single upgrade on those archers though. But now getting fletching. Could be nice for him. Some micro potential. Tower will go up. Will force some idle time. Oh, look at that micro here. Man-at-arms saved, and the archer couldn't really get the kill. Okay, not saved anymore. Went in there with a very low HP villager. Nice move. Keeps repairing. Archers do so efficient. Villagers, if they are getting away now, and the two archers keep on doing their job, that was still quite okay for Barles. Could have been even better though. I like the reaction of Vinchster for now. Whew. Very defensive tower. Vinchster, he should have a lot of stone. Now goes on to archer range and blacksmith as well. Fishing ships. Barles is working with 2 in the back here and finally getting the raid in. Vinch, no reaction as of yet. Goes for fletching, and that could just be so ugly here for him. 4-2, not the worst thing, but he was really counting on those 4 for him as well to keep his skirm production rolling. Yet another tower from both of them. What a wild aggressive map, and well, you can't see it, but I'm patting myself a bit on the back for that map selection for this qualifier. I think every one of the added maps kind of has proven to be very entertaining. Fishing ships lost quite a lot of HP against that tower here. Didn't see a lot of aggression from Vinchster towards Barles over here at that side. And yet another tower and another tower for Barles. So he keeps up his aggression. Could actually move out over here, get some more gold at that side. So didn't really need to tower all that up. The question is, did Vinchster know about that? And yes, he did. At least now he does. Town roads for Vinchster. Tries to see more forward towers coming in the future. Those villagers are very ambitious at the moment. Where did they want to go? Hello? Okay. I won't lose a single one, but that was a field trip. And now builds a tower over here. Oh boy. Makes it look so weird. Oh, has some villagers around at that spot. Wants to continue with this tower aggression. Archers around here. Tower might still go up. Skirm's not really the damage dealer number 1. Right clicks that tower down. Can he? I think maybe microing towards the archers could have been the better choice. But, well, he just breakdanced to the 100 HP. And that villager, quite ambitious. But saved. 100 food for Barles. 300 gold. Vinchster with very little resources as well. 2 fishing ships at the moment against 0 fishing ships. Some skirms trying to defend that area. +1/+1 archers though. Could maybe snipe this down. Men at arms instantly going down. These skirms already lost some HP. Maybe fighting on the tower wasn't the best idea ever. But more archers are coming. Let's take a look. Oh, it's just the constant tower doing so much damage here is really helping him out. But Haribo, he is still having quite some solid damage output. Might lose all his archers though against that tower now going up. Lost like 2 archers still in that tower fire. But forced a lot of military to die from Vinchster. At the moment he is sitting at a single military unit now. Is to 2 and using his market tries to go up here, and that's a lot of dead or very low HP villagers. And in general they're very clumped up over here, right? 40 villagers kind of in one screen. Archers coming around, and it is tricky to wall all that area. Could maybe eat some more villager losses. Let's take a look. Vinchster will click up any second now. And Barles, well, he only has 100 food. Could have really added some more fishing ships. With all his map control, he could have known that that is an option. Oh, he goes on to more eagles. Barles, he will continue to play this in Feudal Age. Uh-oh. Am I missing something? Bench, can he get... No stable. He's just going for skirms. And more eagles indeed. Isn't really producing out of that initial barracks though. Archers, I think he needs to commit. If he wants to finish this in Feudal Age, he just needs to take 8 villagers and rush down this tower and try to make a go for all that area. Could also just add 2-3 galleys. Just think about it. Those are the options that we aren't really, well, seeing used for now. More fire galleys could really help out at that spot as well. One archer here, not really doing the greatest of all damages. And Barles, well, he's rushing this one at the front. Does he maybe think, okay, I'm controlling all the gold spots? Thinks, okay, I'm controlling those 2. But no, he saw that one. So that's not the option. Micros down villagers, micros down the skirmishers as well here. And is opening himself another attack spot. Look at his resources. Absolutely at the limit with everything. And Barles, no stable from him, so he will just stay on skirmishers. Tricky spot for him. Will lose some more villagers, but look at all those resources. He might just build a defensive castle after he buys one, obviously, because he's out of stone at the moment. Now eagles are moving in. Archers under all those towers. I don't like those moves against all those skirms as well. We only saw, just think about it, like 4 galleys could do so much here. Oh, not playing the map to perfection. And the defensive castle. And the defensive siege workshop. Three villager difference only. And, well, Mayans not really the civilization #1 when it comes to playing Feudal Age all-ins. Cannot really go for mass scouts here. Yeah, archers are quite nice. But Civ more designed to be played in Castle Age. Barles with another tower. Vinchster, is he trying to rush this one down? Has a mangonel now, can maybe get all those villagers. Could be pretty ugly. It is spotted. Mangonel is coming over. He might be right-clicking it again. Can he jump into it? Seems like yes he can. Is he eating a shot? Well, one villager going down. Make that still only 1. Make that 2. Make that all 4 villagers going down for Barles. Oh god, that's just a huge difference in damage output from that area. Was focusing on continuing the tower rush here at the front. And, well, it's a big problem that Barles is still not adding more fishing ships. Or is he? Is he adding more and is just losing it constantly against the tower? Let me take a look. Is he taking damage here? Ah, that's it. Okay. Well, then he just didn't take care. And just Lost a lot of fishing ships there, over and over again. Manual defense now for Vinch, and I felt Barles had this game won at some point, but Zico behind it was just way too poor, and that one single tower might have just killed massive amount of villagers here. Oh man. So he might have added some fishing ships. I thought I heard more fishing ships being produced, but well, let's take a look. Villagers safe for now. Barles, he still has a lot of map control. We have to remember that, right? That's the last gold. That's the last stone here, somewhat. A lot of towers need to be cleared up. Barles, he can just go into massive eagles, but needs to defend against the Vote Raiders first. Not a lot of archers here for now. And the only good thing is that Vinchster is having no attack stance, but now goes onto the raids, and Barles not having any answer to that. Builds another house here quite casually. What does he have? 800 times 600 resolution, or what is going on here? Not putting that back at all. And maybe debating a bit towards the TC. But the votes, they will just get the kills in. Is he building anything against that? Not really, but Vinch he's not getting the kills. 10 villager difference now. Finally, we got some reasonable fishing ship numbers. It's a difference, and look at that. That fishing ship again. Every time you drop off, just losing some more HP. We're just going down at the frontier, is getting raided at the right hand side, and Barles is looking pretty tricky for him. And that was at some point his game to win. Now he's going for long swords. That makes zero sense to me if you're Marians. Why isn't he just going for some crossbowmen? Maybe he fears the mangonels as well, but for the defense, should have gone for more pawn control. Galleys would have been so sexy, but yeah, I can't state it often enough. Water control, just so nice in a composition here. And obviously no reaction over here, really hurt him at the start. And let's take a look now. Crossbowman, longswords. Not your everyday Mayan composition for sure. Monastery to counter that. Not intuitive to me either. Oh, nice ground attack here against the eagle. Maybe it was even a right click. Now moving out here, villager defense now up to 17 even. On road, still trying to harass. And I think he lost another fishing ship even. Oh god, that's just so horrible. I really want to see the KD of that one. Vinchster clearing himself up more and more, didn't lose some villagers consignment. Yeah, Barles just has to say, okay, GG, good luck next, Mr. Vinchster, who will continue here after the 4-1 victory. And yeah, Barles was the underdog, but did give a good showing for sure, and provided some interesting games. Now we are just waiting to see how they will fight it out. Vinchster against Stark in the next round. I'll ask Vinchster for an interview, what he thinks about the series today, and what he thinks about the upcoming match against Stark. And I will interview Happy Smiley. He says, okay. Okay, what game did Barles win? It wasn't the first one. I think it was Eldorado, right? And then Vinchster won the other ones. I really need to ask him about the draft, why he had Italians left there. And guys, you know it. In 35 minutes we have Norway against Finland. I was in the wrong TeamSpeak. Why am I so confused? Hey Vince!
Hello, yeah.
You might have an echo? No, not anymore. Congratulations! How do you feel?
Thank you very much. Not that great because the games wasn't that perfect for me.
Okay, what went wrong?
I don't know, there was a lot of mistakes in almost all the games except the Registered Fortress probably.
Okay. So what went wrong in Prairie? Kind of looked okay for you, right? Well, you lost some villages on you.
Yeah, alright, I didn't involve the bills at home. I lost some, only for 2 start scouts, and to be honest, I wanted to make Rashva's castle, but you could see the villager went on the top boot, and I couldn't build the lumber camp. I forgot about it, and I had only 2 villagers on boot, and I decided to go forward. So that wasn't my plan.
Ah, okay.
Because there was a really cool map, because there was a huge map, like 4 forests around me, good back gold, a lot of resources, and I could try to manage it to go for Drashva's castle, their scouts.
Okay. And you still had Italians left for the Arabia game. What was your plan there?
Oh, of course, Talents was picked not for this, but when I realized that he has mines for, he will probably pick mines for this Fluted Crows and Burbs for Arabia, then I decided that Celts is much better, there's mines than Talents, and Talents is still great in Arabia, there's Burbs, so this composition is better than Celts, there's Burbs, and Talents, there's mines.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
You're using push to talk, right?
Yeah, I'm using this too, so I just meant that Talents are great for Fluid Crows probably, but not their mines. If games go longer, then I could not get any chances to kill the mines probably.
Okay. And now next round you're playing against Stark. When are you playing? Tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know, because tomorrow now it's not a great time for me. I suppose we're gonna play Tuesday if he can, because this can be the best day for me.
Well, Tuesday we also have Doubt against Fire, so I would prefer if you play Monday. But well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that off stream. And
yeah, just going on schedule on topic there to find out what time he can play there.
what do you think about Stark? How do you like your chances?
I don't know, the best time I won him for 0, or for 1, if I did not mistake, and yeah, that's the right one. But I was too aggressive, and probably he didn't expect this, so that's when I won pretty easy. But now I think he'll be much more well prepared for me, and that's not gonna be easy for me.
Okay, who do you think will qualify overall?
Oh, it's really hard to say, because I like how Fire and Doubt both playing there, and I really don't want to say I'll watch this probably if we'll play at the same time, but I suppose we do not get skilled for the same time there. So I want to watch this, and it's really a tough matchup for me. Hey, Nili?
Okay. Then good luck there. And yeah, we will talk to each other maybe after your next win against Stark. And I will hit you up when it comes to finding times.
Yeah. Okay, Nili, thanks. Thanks for streaming.
See ya. His audio was so much better last time. The thing what happened now was he had push to talk on and still his speakers. So that was just horrible, but I didn't want to like force him into something else. Maybe I should have just, after the first question, told him like, we need to change this. Well, as he said, will be tricky against Stark. And yeah, that was just second weirdest interview I've ever done. Sorry for that. Yeah, I was just completely out of it. Yeah. All this tournament 100 games and only winner goes to NAC2. Well, it's less than 100 games and only winner goes to NAC2, yes. Went better than back to interview. Well, I didn't even list that as an interview. So let me talk to Vinch. You can't do tomorrow? Make a drinking game out of how often Nili says okay. Well, what can I like? I already said that I'm sorry for that interview. What do you want me to do now? Did Back-T get his visa? Not yet. What happens if we don't reach the 30k? I lose money. You would lose 8k? Yes. Okay, so Tuesday 20 GMT we'll have Stark against Vinchster. And I'll ask TaToH if they can start an hour early. Tuesday 22 GMT. I'll delete Barles post. And
8k minus $10, but you will be fine, I'm sure.
Damn it, thanks. Sorry, I need to do some Orga stuff at the moment with Vinchster, but then I will play a game and then we can jump into the Norway against Finland series pretty soon, guys. Sorry for that. I'm a bit distracted. I will ask Fire and TaToH if they can start an hour early. So first Stark versus Vinch is happening at 22 GMT. Can you start an hour earlier. Add fire. Let me message fire as well on WhatsApp. You can ask me questions in a minute. Just tuned in. Sorry, but was Norway was Finland delayed? No. It's happening in 25 minutes. My predictions for Finland against Norway. 4-1 for Norway. Is GMT German time? No. Try to Google GMT. Fire. Can you do Tuesday 19 GMT as well? Stark versus Vinch is at 22 GMT. Okay, so messaging them. Exactly. German time is +1 in winter, +2 in summer. Let's see if we can get a quick team game rolling for ourselves.
Rogan? 1 beer in NAC2 will be from me.
Thanks, Mr. Think. Tricky to find a game like instantly. Just watched the wreck that tower from Vinchster killed 7 fishing ship. Yeah, and Barles didn't notice. Pretty ugly for him. Okay, so Vinchster. He said he can play anytime. Then I said, okay, 22 GMT. And then he asked, can't he do earlier? And I said no. And he didn't say anything anymore. Not really sure what that's supposed to mean. Kermit with $10 before and Twink with $5.65. Cheers, guys. Hopefully we'll see each other maybe even at the meet and greet in Germany. By the way, you can do me a favor and list all the great records of this year. Norway vs Finland is best of 7. Yeah, we can change the overlays for that. And I want to make a collection of the best recorded games of 2018, and would be really nice if you help me out and just post them in my Discord so that I show everyone the greatest games of the year and spread the love and the entertainment for all of you quite nicely. So this will be the 2v2 World Cup semis, best of 7, and the score is 0-0. Yeah, Vinchster needed to start at midnight then. But well, I know it's late. Do you want to play some DM? I think I will have a team game, TaToH. We can jump in game 164. We can squeeze one in. And I will give you the other brackets as well. Those are the right ones now. Settings off. NAC costs over here. Team name for 20 minutes. Well, it's just like map picking, map banning. Players need to get here. And yeah, so I don't really expect them to start within the next 35 minutes. So I feel fine. Moscow is GMT +2 in winter, I believe. In summer it's GMT +3. I think Russian time should be... What time is it in Moscow now? 20:42. So they are GMT +3. Oh. And that's 1 AM for him. 22 GMT. So I'm having a Kino. Huh? Oh. Ah, they stick to summertime. That's so true. Yeah. Ah, that's true. Russia doesn't have summertime. That's so true. Yeah. Here is on overlay bug. Okay. Bad for him. There's been no summertime for quite some years. Yeah, kind of like if you ask me, I kind of could have known, but I didn't. So, yeah. So Vinchster can't do tomorrow. Star can't do Wednesday. Okay, now I need to take a look at the map together with you guys. Could finish 4 at 5 AM. I know. But he says anytime, and at the moment he didn't decline. So what can I say? It's not my favorite time either. But it's Russia against Brazil, and they kind of need to play during the week. I think they just could have done it like 3 GMT as well. Oh god. Every time I have Magyars, I think I'm honest. What's the map, by the way? Islands. Okay. Well, that's going to take some time now.
No.
Best map, yeah, TaToH is happy. Magias, they have all the upgrades, right? In the long game. Let me take a look. They have in the dock. No heavy demo and no heavy, no elite cannon going here. But we have the rest. Okay, TaToH is playing Ethiopians. I will say I will fish boom. Push some deer. Well, some at the start for sure, right? Some at the start for sure. TaToH even knows what of the new ships have fast fire galleys. Fast fire ship. Not a great start. Oh no. Oh wait. What a bad start, honestly. Not really my sharpest game ever. Might have been one of my performances that I've been most unhappy with in quite some time. Actually, I didn't lose a villager or something, but that's tricky without any enemies around, right? Map's Islands. Should have cancelled the fishing ship a bit earlier there as well.
Yes.
I need more demos. More demos. Here's Nili as a mate. What did you think?
Yes.
That's why I said more demos. That's why I said more demos. Swing maybe going for sexy to see. What's TaToH doing? Oh god, crossbow landing. Oh no. TaToH does a lot of kills here. Oh no! What? Oh, what are those up to? Okay. Oh no. Don't really have access to any relics, sadly. Did I not build more houses? Oh, okay. Nice. I'd go back for now. Back demos.
Yes.
And now is the time where I kind of need to expand towards the center and build my docks there. And do I need more farms? I think not really, right? Oh no! Thought about putting that one back. Yeah, I can't really trap them to the left-hand side, sadly. Okay. Teal here too, lol. LOL. He doesn't have TaToH, obviously. Teal is dead. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. No.
Nili will save you now. Perhaps. Also, special ability of your Tiv, you get all the attack upgrades out of the blacksmith for free for infantry units or like melee units. My scouts are cheaper and my cavalry archer have one more range and one more attack if I research something in Imp. And they have the strongest non-gold unit in the game.
Start the game already! Yes.
But basically they're a land unit. Land civilization. Medoc. Ah, Belgium. Oh no. Well, that should bait a bit. He said he's controlling one gold, right? The other one is at the shoreline, okay. GG. He said we couldn't squeeze in one. Okay, Finland against Norway, starting now, guys. Battle of Scandinavia, indeed. What's the password? Only restricted streamers allowed. Didn't even pick maps yet. And the password is what the whoever comes up with the name. Now, why can't you just go for a reasonable one? Oh. Okay, so maps. Game 1. Mogi, don't you think after asking earlier, not getting an answer, doesn't really make sense to answer again? Maybe not. Where are you from, Nili? Germany! Do we maybe want to put that down here? That whole thing a bit further up, maybe a bit smaller even. I can do this here and can have the sieves a bit, the maps a bit bigger. Mempating that water nomad is in the map pool, but Black Forest isn't. So Liverpool won Manchester, apparently. 3-1 even. Okay. Oh, and even till minute 72. Do you know who Britney Spears was? No, I don't know him. I have no idea when we will upload what series at the moment. We put 34 to 6 short stick. How you doing, man? Somewhat good, I'd say. Yeah. Maybe feeling a bit overstreamed at the moment. Any reason for game delay? Viper missing. Go Brand, I hope you're doing fine as well. Looking forward to some holidays. Streamed every single day in the last 3 weeks or something, I believe. And some long sessions as well. And losing a bit of excitement for some games. Well, now we only have finals and semifinals left, so I will have the excitement. But like, for example, now I think I'm in the spot where I couldn't cast like Spain, Germany, or Argentina, Russia, or Vietnam, Italy properly. Okay. So, okay, what do we need to upload? We still need to upload Vietnam against China. That could be any day. Then we need to upload Belize against Barles. No, Release against Stark. Release against Stark. Vinchster against Barles. Then we will have another series tomorrow and on Tuesday. No idea. I uploaded Vietnam versus China. Ah, yeah. Yeah, so it's only Stark against Release. And today's... But I need to update Norway against Finland, that's what I mean. So I have 3 more recs that aren't uploaded, and I will have new stuff for Monday and Tuesday. No, I also have... Oh, China against Vietnam. Yeah, China against Vietnam, not out of the 2v2 World Cup, out of ECL. I was right. Yeah. So I meant Frantic versus VNA. That's still missing, but I can upload that whenever. Just has to be before Saturday. Yeah, Viper's just delayed, guys. We are waiting here. When you surround a group of expos with your knights, do you press stop to attack them, or do you use patrol move? Stop. You kind of try to, like, crossmen are moving away from that, right? And you're going for scattered formation. Try to get into here, and then press stop, and then they just smash. Hey, Aquino. Well, I kind of said earlier that you would die. You just need more demos there to trade off. So we'll be the max in room stock. MBL is ready as well. It's only waiting for the snake. Why do units run in the opposite direction after given task to patrol? I normally don't. What is the time restriction on the Viper? Well, I think they won't give an admin loss, even if he's an hour late. But I'm not the admin for this tournament, so I can't even tell you the exact time. Yeah, really hard with his hands. Obviously, you're always going to die Aquino there. All good. Viper's soccer Messi, he has all the privilege. Really? Would he give admin loss Nili? No. Not in a semifinal without a rush. They can easily just reschedule. If you were the admin, what would it be? 15 minutes. Which are over now. But yeah, I would just ask them. If it was the first round, I just give admin win. If it's a semifinals, I ask Finland if they want to reschedule. Would expect them to reschedule. Gluttony is here. So they might... No, don't tell me they're playing with Gluttony in the first game. Maybe Gluttony MBL against the Max and Rusak? Well, then Finland should just sub in Jupe as well. Gluttony should be like 1800, right? 1750 or something. Let's take a look at his profile. I can see him as 1800 1v1 and 1614 team game, so not the most impressive guy. I don't know why they didn't take Buddy as third. Well, Gluttony talked a lot with them in the last Italy meetup, right? So they became kind of better, good real life friends. Did I just say gooder? Like they just became goodish real life friends. Is there anything fun between MBL and Viper? I don't really know what that question is about. What's happening? We are waiting for the Viper to then start a 2v2 World Cup tournament game. And then we need to draft some stuff. So games won't start in the next 20 minutes, I believe. Okay, Gluttony will play the first game and then Viper will come later. Map picking will start now. Ah, Snake late. Well, good for my viewer numbers, right? And all the donations. Well, I could do... Well, we don't have that many push-ups to do, right? At the moment, I need to add 5. Well, that's not a lot. Actually, Viper stream is not that consistent in the past 3 weeks. Well, he was in Germany, right? So, only makes sense. Let's watch map picking. Okay. Okay, so game number 2 will be Ghost Lake. Do you know where's Jordan? Yes. What BO is that? Well, let's take a look at the very top and let's take a look at the map of the maps. Number of maps. 2 strong indicators. Is it TIFF draft over? There's no TIFF draft. Nomad will be map number 3. Chaos Pit from Norway. Let's do it that way. Nomad was Finland's pick. Ghost Lake is Nomad's Norway's pick. Game 5 is Sahara. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed something. So it was game number 4. Also Aces. Then we had Chaos Pit by Finland. And last map would be... What? What am I screwing up, guys? Ghost Lake? Huh? Ghost Lake, Nomad, Oasis, Chaos Pit, Sahara, Water Nomad. Why did I not see Water Nomad? Okay, that's weird. Okay, so Water Nomad. Now I can look at it again. So then it's Ghost Lake. No, Ghost Lake. Ah, what am I doing so wrong? Okay, Ghost Lake, Nomad, Oasis. That's why I don't let you watch over my shoulder. Oasis, Nomad. Game 6 is Sahara for Norway, and game 7 is Chaos Pit for Finland. Oh, yeah. Gluttony's elo. He is 1800 in 1v1, 1600 in team game. Viper's Gluttony? No. It's funny how Memp is asking if Viper's not playing any game. One line, or still on the same page, MBL is saying that he's coming later. Viper said he would play? Yes. He's playing game number 2. Doesn't really depend, or it doesn't really matter if MBL is carrying Viper or Gluttony, right? Viper will play, guys. No worries. That's the wrong bracket. That's the right bracket. Just stonewall the whole map and wait for Viper. Yeah, spread out all villagers. Where do I find the tournament tree for NAC Qualifier 2? Exclamation mark bracket or exclamation mark brackets will help you out. Exclamation mark teams and exclamation mark WSU bracket. Want to see Saracen CA again? Very unlikely that you will see any of that today. Did you watch Magnus Carlsen's stream on Twitch? I didn't even know he had one though. Could you link that to me? I might watch it. I watched a lot of the World Cup. Are they just gonna pick shit shifts so they save the good stuff for later? I think they should, yes. I think they should pick like Koreans, always guaranteeing you to not die quickly, and what else is good to delay the game. Something very strong at the start. Like MBL going maybe Japanese. Something like that. And Gluttony just rushes. And Scout Rush for Norway or something. Hidden pick, no repeat, indeed. I missed the hype song, guys. We will get a short version. Then we jump into the game. Byzantines are good for Chaos Pit. What's up, Hippo lovers? It is time for Norway against Finland here in the World Cup 2v2 Brother at Arms semi-finals. Best of 7 coming our way. It will be the Max and Roomstock against MBL and TheViper. At least that is what everyone was hoping for. But Viper still late, he's around, will skip game number 1. Supposedly will be around for game number 2. We'll have Gluttony playing for him. 1800 in 1v1, 1600 in team games will be quite a tough task for MBL. You can see the maps here at the side. Order might shift a bit. And first game, very heavy favorites now are the 2 Finns. Let's take a look. Maybe MBL can surprise quite a bit here together with Gluttony. And we are looking into Hidden Picked Civilization, no repeat. Thanks Jaguar for 13 months of support. No sound? Okay, well then we just go into it. The Max is playing Portuguese here, and we have Burmese for Rubenstock, so potentially not number 1 and number 2 Civ for this one. And on the other side we have MBL playing Franks, so that should be pretty strong for him. And we have Saracens for Gluttony. Kind of surprising that they picked such strong civilizations. or at least Franks, and maybe they will just sling with Saracens as well. Why wasting Burmese? Is Burmese that strong? We'll see. Sling, absolutely an option. And maybe MBL will just go into scouts and then try to wreck everything. We'll see. First block over here. Gluttony having some problems. Well, he will attack the boar. Don't really know why. And yeah. Would be nice, people. A lot of people will come over and spam like, where's the Viper? He said on stream he will play. What is Gluttony? Is Gluttony Viper? What is going on? If you be very kind to them and just explain them what's going on, you know a bit better. Gluttony, Sling and Pray. Where's Jordan? That's a pretty good question. You should ask that once Viper arrives. Just send him a casual PM. They're switching when Viper's here, yes. Where's Jordan? Well, I know. Viper knows as well. Just ask him. MBO. Can he maybe lane this villager? Doesn't look too bad for him. Gets one more hit in. Will eat a lot of HP losses here, but that's still fine for him. Oh no! Misclicked a bit here. Scouted off. No, trade off a scout against a villager. Not the greatest thing with Franks. What is Roomstock's worldwide rank approximately? I'd say number 30. Something like that. Maybe 25-ish. Yeah, I'd go with that. He is obviously an ECL player, and if we think about it, every of the 8 ECL teams has like 4 players. He isn't better than any of the like top 4 teams or something like that, but clearly better than any Heresy player, for example. And well, some teams have some more players. Tricky spot. I'd say like number 25, number 30, something like that makes reason. Oh. Villy's not playing? No. Villy's is not in the lineup for Finland. Gluttony do early loom? No. Only researching it now. Goes for pop 22. Already starts to wall. And that's a lot of farms. I'm expecting a sling, guys. They're trying to make it happen. Oh, but Trush is coming from Roomstock. I believe that's a Trush, right? Yeah, on stone. So they are trushing MBL. Just completely ignoring Gluttony. Oh boy, that will be tough. And the Max, what is he going for? Man at Arms? No. It's not Man at Arms. It's not Fast Castle. Are they just going scouts with Portuguese? Looks like it. Okay. Honkmeister will get 10 minutes to think about what channel he wants to troll in. Zupi and Villy's didn't sign up. Okay, now the first engagement's coming our way here. MBL needs to pull back. Aggressive barracks even. Let's take a look. Maybe we see... some aggressive pikeman or something. Trying to get the defensive tower up now. Some aggression here. Defensive stable for the max. We'll go for some, and Roomstock here just goes for a lot of aggression. Just think about it. If Gluttony just went for archers here, he could have just wrecked Roomstock. Oh, it could have been the hashtag mind games here for sure. But didn't really happen. They just played the sling, which kind of made sense. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. And I don't fault them for that decision either. Gluttony should have trust. Well, not the worst thing for sure. That's what I said, right? Just give Gluttony Koreans and let him trust. Gluttony now paying the resources to MBL. Still not on gold though. Okay. That might make it tricky. MBL now on stone. Doesn't know how to trust though. Well, thing is, every one of us is making fun of him. Well, a lot of people are making fun of him. But if he was in the chat here, he's probably top 5 or something out of all players in the chat. Here in the Twitch chat. Now even some stone slung. Defensive tower for MBL. It's just getting so tricky for him though. Where are his gold spots? He has 2 here at the side. A nice defensive one that we saw earlier. Tower is going to go up as well. Did he save the low HP villager in here? I think so. So great job so far by MBL. Who's queuing up. No more scouts. Build some more farms in the back here, and yeah, we won't see a single villager unit in this game from Gluttony except maybe this scout here at the front. Let's take a look at the up timings of the players. The Max now walling himself completely goes onto gold. That will be the transition into knights for sure. Trying to catch something off guard here. MBL with his scouts won't really get that though. Luckily he's still the front, and Broomstock, he's trying to go for that tower. Not enough stone to build another one. MBL is jumping into it. Scout's not doing too much. The spearman production for MBL not really existing. He needs to repair the tower a bit as well. Asking for more resources and wants to take some engagement, but that's way too many villagers. Way too many spearmen here as well. And they are just going for the kill. That tower is going to go down. That's so many villagers going down. And what is that defensive tower here by MBL? He just needed another one over here. Maybe an outpost at the left-hand side could have been the better option, and now getting pushed quite heavily. Gluttony is still keeping his scout alive, so he's somewhat helping, but that's an ugly tower for sure. Blocking the wood line, killing another maybe 6 farm or something. MBL super idle, and he cannot have the happiest game. Oh, we can be sure about that. More scouts queued up, and yeah, he simply didn't build any spearmen. Now needs to lead all his farms, and that just hurts so much. MBL trashing his own wood. Looks a bit like it, right? I think Viper might be streaming later. Don't think she won't. Okay, now some move against Gluttony here. Let's take a look. Will he wall all this off? He probably should. Yeah, Palisade gate behind there, or Palisade walls, but needs to wall that right hand side. Those scouts are coming in. That's super ugly for him. Does he think that's walled? Don't tell me, Gluttony. No! That could be so ugly. 80 HP on that one. Finally walls behind there. Oh god, that could have been so ugly. Oy, 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 oy. And well, the Max is up to Castle Age. Already has bloodlines for himself. And I'm just expecting more knights out of him. Just some full aggression. MBL, he can click up any second now as well. Behind that, not the greatest eco for Roomstock. Gluttony, the only one who's really untouched. But now some pressure in that area. And Gluttony, he gave all his stone away. So might need to buy himself stone for another tower. He's doing that now, so good job here with the defense. Oh, Scouts of MBL actually got in, but one spearman to scare them away. Second stable here for the Max. Oh, I don't like that tower too much. I think tower, just preemptive tower here could have been nice, or just move away from gold. Just tell MBL, okay, I'm moving away from gold. you need to go onto gold heavily now, I will just sling you food and wood, and then MBL just sends 10 villagers away, or all his villagers from stone, just on gold, and could make the transition better. Max with the Night Civ. Well, crossbows aren't too bad with Portuguese either. Adds 2 TCs here, and the question is, what will Rubenstock do? Just thought maybe he'd go for the sling, but just makes a lot of sense to switch into a Rambai as well here. Loses a villager. Nice pick off here by MBL for sure. And well, Gluttony, he might be broken. Uh-oh, that's going to be tricky. Villager needs to run. Ooh. Kind of close. The tower will be up, and that tower of Rubenstock actually out of position. Didn't expect that. Gluttony is microing that quite nicely. Won't really lose a single villager. Now right clicks the tower. Look at that dodging here. So sweet job for sure, and might even save her indeed. Good defense. And that's like, yeah, no slip ups there. MBL, he's trying to, well, casually ignore that villager. Now the sling starts again. Okay, Viper locked into Woobly, guys. Game number 2 will be with him most likely. Overall villager count, 3 more for the Norwegian players, but obviously 1 still in feudal age. Well, the Rubenstock only now on the way to castle age as well. The max +2 defense for him. Some more harassment here. Looks all pretty solid so far what Gluttony is doing. Score somewhat close, but now the efficiency of the sling is obviously losing quite a bit. And the 3 TCs of the max are just booming away. While MBL, well, he has a lot of stone here. He's trying to get a defensive castle up. Don't really see X-Men being the most efficient unit here at the moment. Having those 2 scouts. Okay, let's lick our wounds a bit. I think they will just continue with the feudal age sling here from Gluttony. Won't really upgrade there. Pikeman now could be coming forward. Defensive castle for MBL. And what is he really securing? Yeah, he will kill that tower eventually. Will get back onto his berries, but he deleted all his farms. Don't you think maybe even stone walls could be an option here? He's clearly buying himself time against the pikeman aggression that Rubenstock could have been going for. Quite a lot of resources. I think more knights could be good. Is he going for market? Is he? He's really going for throwing X-Men. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in my opinion. Uh-oh, we need to see some quick walls here. This is going to be tricky. Tower is around. Gluttony needs to react now, otherwise that will be some deadly nice second. Wow. So far. Perfect game from Gluttony. That's the first really lost the scout before that, so 2 down, and oh yo, now the knights are in. And that's going to be ugly. MBL, he is around with his knights. Oh, some quick words here over at the woodline, but villagers blocking each other quite heavily. Left hand side not looking too great. That's a weird palisade as well. And well, he just was at, I believe, like 62 villagers. Let's take a look what the number will be after the raid. Didn't really hold this off, and oh boy, villagers blocking each other over here now. Gladly deleted the will. Oh yeah, ugly. Okay, and this is ungarrisoned as well. Oh, that was roughly 20 villagers going down at this rate. And this is solid 33% of his eco. So many idle villagers as well. More knights coming again for the raid. Opening that front area. And Max, he's just casually booming away. Wouldn't be surprised if he thinks about imping. And not too long of a time. Has quite a lot of stone, so maybe iron guns might even be an option. Some raid in the back end. Roomstock with the sneaky castle around that corner. MBL with no answer against that. Having all the knights over at his teammates. And well, now it tries to build a defensive castle to fight this off. Mangana, why is Roomstock moving away with that one? And Roomstock with the doubt castle. That's a doubt castle, guys. He needs to move away here. That was just super sloppy. Mangana out of position. The pikemen not really patrolling in. Yeah, they will get some villager kills in exchange, but that one might not go up. MBL, if he forces more of those screw-ups from his opponents, might be in a good spot here. And that castle needed to be deleted. Roomstock tried to go for the sneaky killing blow. Didn't really happen. BL is playing quite well, but still the max 90 villagers here, roughly the amount of his enemy team combined. What is he going for? Okay, more knights for now, no more monks. Really love to see him go for iron guns. Goes for 5 TCs here, university now. He just feels fine. Gluttony back onto slinging. You shouldn't really see too much happening here at the front. Gluttony defend that off. Farmiko now rolling again. 55 villages for him. MBL. Well, he has 2 TCs, but only 39 for himself. And Exona getting pushed back. The max is up to him. This will probably be a GG timing in roughly 4 minutes, I would say. But in Gluttony Stonewall, he did give all the stone to MBL so that he could defend against the initial aggression. MBL had defensive tower over here and here to hold this off. Okay, let's take a look. Some conversions already here. And, well, that's not the greatest sound for MBL for sure. We'll eat the monks in trade for that, but that was quite heavy losses. 23 military still for him, but far away from him. Although, well, maybe only gold needed. Don't really have a lot of villagers on gold himself though. Broomstock? Did he get a castle up at another point? No, another spot? No, not really. Just falling back a bit. What's his plan? 40C boom, apparently. Goes on to more stone, and MBL is just GGing this. Weird GG timing. But maybe the Viper just turned TeamSpeak and they said, okay, enough is enough. Thanks Gluttony for helping out, to giving us a 5% chance of winning this game. And now we'll let the snake take over. They're obviously friends in real life as well. Achievement shouldn't be too exciting. Gluttony lost 18 villagers in this raid, or 17 villagers, lost the scout earlier, and Max with a nice KD. MBL, obviously the most fighting guy. A lot of stuff happened. He got 6.4k resources, but, well, 51 villagers for himself only. Very low resources overall, and the Max just boomed away with 110 villagers already to GG this one. Only 5%? I think so, yeah. So Gluttony downed himself. Next map will be the home map of Norway, Ghost Lake. And we need to do Civ picky stuff, right? So... why is this so weird? Full screen. That's actually too big. Interesting. Well, we don't want to see that anyways. Civ is what we want to see. And this, right? So we're now out of Burmese and out of Saracens, out of Franks and Portuguese. Bap. Not sure about the Franks pick. Could use them on Sahara still. Could use them on Ghost Lake still. Portuguese could have been a good tip for Finland there. They kind of want to play Chinese and Vikings, I believe, at least. Portuguese could be good though. Italian's not too bad either. Yeah. Why use Saracens for slinging? Cheaper market. You have better market costs. So if he cries like, I need more gold, you can just instantly sell wood quite efficiently and then send him more gold. So the eco could be balanced a bit better. Viper got a new girlfriend. Didn't know that he had a girlfriend. So don't think so. And the Viper's here. Game is starting now. Does this version of Ghost Lake have extra sheep? Doesn't every version of Ghost Lake have extra sheep? Think so. Okay, Ghost Lake, good civilizations. Britons, Mayans. Maybe something horsey, like Slavs. Could be good. So we need water nomad. The water civs, obviously. Oasis is more of the boom civs. Nomad, kind of obvious. Persians, Chinese, and Malians. Sahara is like Magyars, Huns, maybe some Meso civs. Maybe those Archer, like Ghost Lake and Sahara are pretty similar civilizations, I believe. And Chaos Pit, we could see something like Franks, Byzantines are pretty good, Celts are pretty good. No. Yeah. My thoughts. On Oasis are kind of like Spanish Celts, Spanish Slav could be good. Yeah. Let's see.